Imagine Elon Musk stepping into a congressional hearing, his gaze sharp, his posture unyielding, radiating the aura of a man used to standing against the world. Before him sit two formidable figures, Representatives Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Jasmine Crockett, poised to interrogate the titan of tech. This isn't just another oversight meeting. It's not simply Congress questioning a billionaire. It's a collision, a high-stakes clash between technological ambition and political authority. On one side stands a man determined to redefine humanity's future. On the other, the defenders of democratic accountability. Before diving into this confrontation, drop a comment telling us where you're watching from, and subscribe to stay updated on more powerful stories like this. Inside the hearing room, tension hums in the air like a drawn blade. The chair's voice echoes deep and commanding as he opens the session. Today, the Oversight Committee will examine Mr. Elon Musk's role in the Dogecoin cryptocurrency, the influence of the X platform, and the ethical implications of initiatives like Neuralink and Starlink. The question before us, is he acting in the public's interest or simply his own? The statement falls like a starting gun, drawing battle lines between a visionary icon and the sharpest voices of a rising political generation. AOC adjusts her glasses, eyes lit with fierce purpose. Beside her, Repser Crockett flips through a thick file, her expression cool and calculated. Across from them, Elon Musk sits composed, his calm forged by years of scrutiny, his expression a quiet mix of confidence and defiance. Three figures, three wills. The silence between them hums with intensity. Then it begins. AOC rises. Her voice is clear, deliberate, each word a precise strike. Mr. Musk, your Department of Government Efficiency promises cost-saving reforms. But what's the actual cost? Essential programs, like Medicaid, are being slashed. Families are losing access to health care, while Starlink contracts surge. Is this efficiency, or a calculated redirection of public funds to private ventures? She presents a report, data highlighting healthcare subsidies lost under dog policies. Her eyes never leave Musk's face. Musk leans forward, voice controlled and sharp. Dog isn't targeting those in need. We've saved $150 billion by eliminating fraud and waste, money that was never reaching the people you claim to protect. Starlink delivers connectivity to underserved regions. It's not about enriching me. It's about solving problems the government ignored for decades. He pauses, scanning the room as if daring anyone to contradict him, then leans back, his calm undisturbed. Crockett rises, her voice a hammer. Let's talk about accountability. At President Trump's inauguration, your hand gesture sparked national outrage. Was it an innocent motion or a veiled signal of extremist alignment? She holds up a blown-up image of the gesture, interpreted by some as a symbol of hate. The room tightens. Musk's expression doesn't flinch. That gesture was about free speech, nothing more. Dog isn't destroying systems, we're cleaning them up. If you want accountability, ask why billions vanished under your watch before Dog even existed. His tone remains composed, but the challenge in his eyes is unmistakable. AOC leans in, again, her voice like fire. Dog labeled 1.4 million Medicaid recipients as fraudulent, cutting them off without due process. You, a billionaire who's never known health insecurity, claim to understand these consequences? Show us. She unveils a chart detailing the harsh effects of dog policies on vulnerable communities. Musk replies, his tone firm and deliberate. I know the value of every tax dollar. Dog doesn't touch legitimate aid. We root out exploitation. That $150 billion saved? It's a chance to build schools, hospitals, infrastructure that actually serves people. He pauses. His gaze hardens, unshaken. In that chamber, amid clashing ideals and powerful rhetoric, the stakes are clear. A battle for the soul of American progress between bold innovation and democratic responsibility. And it has only just begun. Some Republican lawmakers break into applause, their claps sharp and deliberate. Across the aisle, Democrats remain motionless, their expressions stern. Musk sits once more, his posture unshaken, his face unreadable. But Representative Jasmine Crockett doesn't let the moment settle. Her voice rises like a storm gathering over open waters. You abandoned Trump the moment his policies no longer benefited you. Dog isn't a system. It's a stage for your self-made hero myth. And now you sit here deflecting blame. So tell us, what's your real goal? Her words slice through the tension, stirring murmurs across the chamber. The question strikes at the growing fracture between Musk and the former president, an open wound now pulled into the spotlight. She sits, her eyes sharp, scanning Musk as if trying to pierce the armor of his intent. Musk leans in. His voice is low but resonates with weight. My goal is simple, an America that works efficiently. I don't serve Trump. I don't serve any party. Dog is here to fix a system that's been broken for decades, and I stand by its results. He finishes with a deliberate pause, locking eyes with Crockett. From the Republican seats, cheers erupt once again. He reclines in his chair, not with arrogance, but with the calm of a warrior awaiting the next strike. Meanwhile, social media detonates. Some post-hail Musk as the government's fixer. Others rally behind AOC and Crockett, praising their stand for the vulnerable. One viral tweet claims, Musk just silenced the Democrats. Another counters, AOC is exposing tech power for what it is. The air in the chamber thickens. The tension crackles. Senator Byron Donalds breaks the silence. His voice booms, thunderous and commanding. Dog saved billions by decentralizing government payments, and this committee is attacking the very man who delivered the solution? Let's be fair, but AOC isn't fazed. She rises, her voice like a river cutting through stone, measured yet relentless. We've discussed Dogecoin. Now let's talk about X. She pauses, briefly, sharply. You call it a torch for free speech. But when it becomes fertile ground for election lies, vaccine conspiracies, and manipulated narratives, what exactly is it? Freedom or chaos you profit from? Silence follows. AOC displays a screen of tweets linked to election misinformation, vaccine denialism, and public policy distortions. She doesn't simply list them, she unpacks them, citing their consequences on public trust, social cohesion, and civic discourse. Mr. Musk, you own this platform. When it tears at the fabric of democracy, will you act? Or do you believe responsibility is optional in a free society? She sits, not as an individual opponent, but as the voice of millions demanding accountability in an age of digital chaos. Musk's voice cuts in, low, sharp, unwavering. X is an open forum. Freedom of speech includes the uncomfortable, the controversial. If you're worried about misinformation, educate. Don't ask me to become a thought police force. His gaze sweeps the room again, magnetic and controlled. X reflects the real world, not a version carefully curated to make you feel safe. He sits. A few audience members nod. Democrats, meanwhile, exchange glances, frowns shadowing their faces. But Crockett rises once more, unrelenting, her voice surging. You say, X is free and open, but who controls the current? We've got data showing how content unfavorable to certain viewpoints is buried. Will you make X's algorithm public? Or are we supposed to trust the unseen hand? She lifts a tablet, an analysis revealing patterns in X's content prioritization. The implication is clear. Bias, not neutrality. Free speech or engineered manipulation? She sits again, her stare piercing, demanding transparency. Musk's reply is steady but edged with force. X's algorithm is designed to drive engagement, not censor. If you have evidence of deliberate manipulation, bring it. I'll answer it, but asking me to police every post is the road to authoritarianism, not democracy. He finishes, his gaze locked on Crockett, challenging, not hostile. Again, applause breaks out from one side of the room. Musk remains seated, his posture that of a chess master mid-game, focused, unyielding. AOC rises once more, her voice now a cutting wind. You're dodging the core issue. X isn't just a platform, it's a weapon. When election lies trend, when hate spreads unchecked, it doesn't just corrode trust. It endangers lives and undermines national security. She holds up a post tied to election-related violence, its virality a warning. This isn't hypothetical, it's happening, so what's your plan? Or are you content to let chaos pay the bills? She sits, her final words echoing across the room. Her eyes, steady and fierce, seem to ask not just Elon Musk, but the entire country. Where do we draw the line? Musk responds, unshaken. His voice firm, layered with conviction. X doesn't invent violence. It reflects what's already out there. If you want to fight disinformation, start with politicians lying on live TV. I'm not the gatekeeper of the internet, and I never will be. The room sits in silence, a battlefield of ideology, ambition, and responsibility. And the war for the digital soul of democracy rages on. He pauses, his gaze defiant, daring. Applause breaks from a group of Republican lawmakers, their approval ringing through the chamber. Across the aisle, AOC clenches her fist, her jaw tight, fighting to maintain composure. After his statement, Musk sits, his demeanor composed, unshaken. But Crockett doesn't give him a moment to rest. Her voice cuts through the room, sharp as a blade. You speak of freedom, Mr. Musk, but your platform X has become a megaphone for disinformation, especially during elections. Are you willing to collaborate with Congress on meaningful regulation to protect the public? Or is this all just about profit? She lifts a report, its findings stark. Disinformation campaigns on X, and their measurable impact on voter behavior. Her gaze narrows, as if trying to peel away Musk's carefully constructed image. She sits. Musk responds, voice low but charged with authority. X isn't the problem, it's the solution. It empowers people to question, to verify, to think. Censorship doesn't protect democracy, it weakens it. I support transparency, yes, but I won't let X become a tool of political control. His final words hit like steel. Cheers rise from part of the gallery. He sits again, not with bravado, but the calm of someone who believes he's still in control of the board. The room leans forward. Whispers swirl beneath the steady hum of the air conditioning. Cameras hover silently, capturing every shift, every flicker of expression. At the witness stand, Elon Musk sits with fingers interlaced, his gaze scanning the chamber like a general surveying terrain. Across from him, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez adjusts her notes, her expression a blend of focus and strategy. Beside her, Jasmine Crockett taps her pen on a tablet, her eyes never leaving Musk, a hunter watching her target. After heated exchanges about Dog and X, a new front opens. The ethics of Musk's ambition, especially Neuralink, AOC stands. Her voice rises and falls, resonating with intention. Mr. Musk, your ventures push boundaries, but at what cost? Neuralink, your brain-computer interface project, raises profound ethical concerns. Reports cite questionable animal testing, practices, and high-risk human trials. When lives, animal and human, are at stake, how do you justify moving forward? She holds up a document, highlighting irregularities in trial data. Her tone sharpens. Innovation can't override ethics. What concrete safeguards have you put in place to ensure Neuralink isn't a reckless experiment with humanity's future? She sits. Her eyes locked on Musk, unwavering. Musk leans forward. His voice is calm, but filled with conviction. Neuralink isn't a gamble, it's a lifeline. We're working to treat conditions like paralysis and Parkinson's, and to explore what the human mind is truly capable of. Our animal testing follows rigorous ethical standards. Our human trials are conducted with extreme care. We publish our protocols publicly. This isn't about control. It's about hope. He lets the silence breathe for a moment, then continues. We're not playing God. We're addressing problems that governments and institutions have ignored for decades. He leans back, calm, confident, but not smug. Crockett rises again, her voice slicing through the tension. You call it hope, but Neuralink looks like another step in your pursuit of power. There's little independent oversight. And when things go wrong, you avoid accountability. Is this science for the people or a billionaire's bid to control thought itself? She lifts a tablet, showing a report on animal deaths linked to Neuralink experiments. Her tone is cutting. insistent. Do you dare open your labs to congressional inspection? Or is transparency just another PR slogan? She sits, her eyes sharp, as if searching for the crack in Musk's armor. Musk responds, his voice low but honed like an arrow. Neuralink serves humanity, not ego. Every trial is reviewed by medical experts and we are open to inspections by legitimate agencies. But if this turns into political theater, he pauses, gaze steady. Then the real risk isn't in what we're building, it's in what you're trying to stop. Musk begins, his voice steady, his gaze locked on Crockett. Let's talk about ethics. Government healthcare programs waste billions, yet save no one. That's where your outrage should be. Ethics means serving the greater good, not launching attacks for political points. He pauses, eyes fixed on Crockett. A silent challenge for her to bring facts, not fire. He sits, composed, as if steering the debate itself. AOC leans forward, her voice rising like a fierce wind, carrying conviction and urgency. You speak of the greater good, but Neuralink raises profound privacy concerns. When technology can read or manipulate thoughts, who ensures it won't be abused? Can you guarantee protections for brain data? She lifts a report outlining critical security vulnerabilities in Neuralink's systems. Innovation must never come at the cost of personal freedom. She sits, her gaze steady, demanding clarity. Musk responds, each word firm, deliberate, a verbal fortress under construction. Privacy is foundational. Neuralink encrypts all user data to the highest standard. We don't control thoughts, we help people break through biological limits. If abuse is your concern, look at how governments monitor citizens, that's the real threat. Applause breaks from Republican lawmakers. AOC purses her lips, holding her reaction in check. Musk sits, unmoved. Crockett presses on, her tone rising, like fire fed by oxygen. You praise Neuralink, but align it with policies that benefit corporations over people. Is this about human progress, or cementing billionaire power while everyday Americans bear the risks? She cites a report revealing opaque Neuralink funding, suggesting corporate interests at play. Are you willing to let independent scientists evaluate the project without interference? She sits, her eyes narrowed, trying to unmask the man behind the mission. Musk replies, voice low but commanding. Neuralink has nothing to do with Trump or any political figure. We work for science, not politics. Independent scientists are involved now. They're part of the process. You want transparency? Start by demanding it from government agencies that mismanage healthcare and ignore the people. He pauses again, gaze drilling into Crockett. Applause flares again from parts of the audience. He sits, like someone holding the upper hand. Moments later, an aide quietly enters and hands Musk a slim folder. He flips through the pages, a subtle smile curling at the edge of his lips. AOC notices. She rises, her voice sharp and direct. Let's talk about transparency. Allegations claim you've used your influence to conceal questionable Starlink deals with foreign governments. Can you clarify these transactions? She presents a report cataloging Starlink's overseas contracts, suggesting conflicts of interest. The American people deserve honesty. She sits, her eyes locked on Musk, watching for a slip. Musk responds, his tone cool but forceful. Starlink operates transparently, serving millions globally. But since you mentioned the truth, this just came in. He holds up the documents. The FTC has just released preliminary evidence that Media Matters, yes, the left-leaning organization, illegally coordinated with major advertisers to sabotage X. They cut ad revenue deliberately. And now, your accusations echo theirs. Coincidence? His words land like thunder. A murmur ripples through the chamber. He sits, eyes sweeping across AOC and Crockett, daring them to respond. AOC rises instantly, her voice a storm. You're deflecting. The FTC investigation has nothing to do with your accountability for X or Starlink. Instead of answering, you throw out distractions. Fine. If you want to talk impact, here's my proposal. She lifts a draft bill. A new tax on tech billionaires. It's time companies like Tesla and Starlink contribute fairly to society. She sits, her gaze blazing, a challenge etched in every line of her face. Musk counters, voice calm, razor sharp. You call it fairness. I call it punishing success. Your bill would stifle innovation and harm the very industries solving global problems. As for the FTC, I'm not deflecting. I'm revealing the coordinated attacks on X. And your accusations today? They follow the same script. His eyes fix on AOC. More cheers erupt from the Republican side. He sits, composed as though he's just flipped the chessboard. Crockett rises again, her voice a wall of flame. You're dodging real accountability. If the FTC is investigating media matters, then I want Tesla investigated too. Reports show labor rights violations and unsafe working conditions. Do you dare submit your factories to independent audit? She lifts testimony from former Tesla workers, allegations laid bare. Don't hide behind innovation. Workers deserve dignity. She sits, her stare cutting through the room like a blade. Musk responds, steady and unwavering. Tesla is among the safest automotive workplaces. We've improved conditions based on feedback from our employees. And yes, I welcome an audit. Then, a pivot, his voice tightening with conviction. But if you truly care about protecting people, start with how government wastes taxpayer dollars, hurting the very citizens you claim to defend. Cheers once again break from the right side of the chamber. He sits like a gladiator who's taken every blow and remains standing. AOC rises once more, her voice now a river, powerful, unrelenting. Innovation is not above ethics. Starlink, Tesla, X, they all serve your interests. And when left unchecked, that kind of power threatens democracy itself. AOC leans forward, her tone firm, each word struck like a gavel. Our bill ensures companies like yours can't evade social responsibility. We are not against innovation. We're against the abuse of power. She sits, her gaze sharp, a barrier Musk must now breach. Musk responds, voice steady, like a seasoned orator in full command. Real power lies with those who try to control others. X gives the public a voice. Tesla creates jobs. Starlink connects the world. Higher taxes won't help the people. They'll only delay the progress they need. His eyes sweep the room, drawing applause from pockets of the audience. Then for the first time, Musk leans in, proactive, assertive. His voice booms like a resounding drumbeat. We've talked Neuralink X, but let's now address a bigger issue. America's energy future. He lifts a Department of Energy report. Billions in subsidies wasted on outdated projects. Meanwhile, clean, efficient, affordable nuclear reactors are stalled by red tape. I challenge Representative Ocasio-Cortez. Compare this solution to your Green New Deal. He presents a stark chart. Nuclear versus renewables. Cost, efficiency, reliability. America needs sustainable energy, not costly dreams. He sits, his gaze locked on AOC, daring a response. AOC rises, her voice flowing. Like a waterfall, powerful, relentless, and deeply human. You talk about clean energy, but your solution serves corporate interests. The Green New Deal isn't a dream. It's a blueprint for justice. It creates jobs, protects the environment, and lifts up vulnerable communities. She raises a report on nuclear risks. Your reactors enrich companies like Tesla. Do you commit to ensuring poor communities aren't left behind? She sits, her eyes steady, defiant. Musk answers, low but cutting. The Green New Deal demands trillions with no guaranteed result. Our mini reactors are safe, small, and proven. They can power cities efficiently without endless subsidies. He pauses. Fairness isn't forced taxation. It's affordable energy for everyone. Applause rings out from one side of the chamber. He sits like a pioneer planting a flag. Crockett rises, voice sharp and storming. You back Trump's energy policies that privatize energy and leave working families behind. Are your reactors just another way for Tesla to dominate the energy market? She presents data showing wide energy access disparities. You don't stand for the people, you stand for profit. She sits, her gaze cutting like a scalpel. Musk answers, voice firm, unwavering. I have no ties to Trump on this or any issue. Tesla develops clean energy for public good, not political gain. Mini reactors will drive electricity costs down, especially in poor communities. He adds pointedly, if you want fairness, support innovation. Don't bury it under failed policies. He sits, his tone decisive, his posture unshaken. AOC rises again, her voice a rising gale. And who bears the risk when your reactors fail? The Green New Deal invests in solar and wind, renewables that don't risk disaster. Will you take responsibility if your technology fails, or will the people pay the price? She lifts a study on past nuclear disasters. We choose a sustainable future, not a reckless one. She sits, her words hanging like a judgment. Musk leans forward, voice low but forceful. Our mini reactors use next-gen tech with near-zero risk. Solar and wind are great, but not reliable enough for 24/7 demand. If you want a real future, support practical solutions, not paper dreams. Applause breaks out. AOC clenches her fist, steadying herself. Musk sits unmoved. Crockett rises once more, her voice blazing. You talk solutions, but ignore the truth. Trump's energy policies hurt low-income communities, and you backed them. Will you commit to funding clean energy in those areas, or just keep selling tech to the rich? She cites a report showing environmental harm in underserved neighborhoods. Stop hiding your ambition behind buzzwords. She sits, her gaze piercing. Musk's reply is crisp, grounded. Tesla has already invested millions into clean energy for poor communities. Our reactors will lower electricity costs for all. If you want progress, help us cut the red tape slowing deployment. At last, the chair's voice breaks the tension. This hearing is concluded. We thank Mr. Musk and the members of Congress for their testimony. The committee will review today's materials and issue recommendations. The gavel falls, final, echoing like a closing chapter. The room stirs. Whispers and shifting chairs fill the silence. Musk rises, adjusts his jacket, and casts one last sweeping gaze across AOC and Crockett. Outside, protesters still chant. The debate continues. Not in the chamber, but in the streets, the media, the minds of the people. Outside the Capitol, crowds gather, some waving signs hailing Musk as a visionary, others condemning him as a threat. The scene is a chaotic tableau of public opinion. Amid flashing cameras and urgent murmurs, AOC and Crockett step before the press, wasting no time. AOC speaks first, her voice like an unquenchable flame. Today we demanded accountability from one of the most powerful tech billionaires in the world. From DOE-G to Neuralink, Elon Musk must face the consequences of his choices. We are pushing for deeper investigations into Tesla, Neuralink, and X to ensure the public, not profit, comes first. She emphasizes a new initiative, a billionaire tax bill, a direct legislative challenge to Musk's growing empire. Then, with a steady gaze, she passes the microphone to Crockett. Crockett steps forward, voice sharp and unyielding. Mr. Musk may have left the hearing, but he will not escape oversight. We will investigate labor violations at Tesla, the ethical implications of Neuralink, and X's role in spreading misinformation. The American people deserve a future not ruled by billionaires. She ends with a call to action. Support Democrats in the 2026 midterms. Let's build a future for everyone, not just the ultra-wealthy. The lawmakers leave, flanked by aides as reporters scramble to follow. Meanwhile, in California, Musk returns to Tesla's headquarters, in a sleek boardroom bathed in soft LED light. He addresses his top team, standing before a massive digital screen, his voice calm yet fierce. Today's hearing was an attack, but we held the line. X will continue to champion free speech, Neuralink will transform medicine, and Tesla will lead the clean energy revolution. He issues clear directives. Increase transparency at Neuralink. accelerate deployment of mini-nuclear reactors, push back against regulatory delays. He turns to the window, gaze fixed on the Pacific horizon, as if charting a future only he envisions. Online, the public erupts. Social media becomes a battleground. Hashtags trend. Musk vs Congress. AOC vs Musk. The billionaires. A top post reads, Musk exposed the Democrats' hypocrisy. A hero for innovation. Another fires back. AOC and Crockett are fighting for us, keep going. A viral video claims, Musk just challenged the Green New Deal and won. In response, AOC supporters flood platforms with calls for reform, fueling momentum behind the billionaire tax bill. The digital wildfire spreads, nationwide, then global. Back in D.C., the political machine grinds into motion. Democrats huddle in closed-door meetings, strategizing next steps. A leaked source reveals, AOC and Crockett are coordinating with allies to expedite the billionaire tax bill and urge the FTC to broaden investigations into Tesla and X. We can't let Musk turn Congress into his stage, one lawmaker says, at here. At the same time, emboldened Republicans propose legislation to shield tech firms from what they call politically motivated attacks. The partisan divide deepens. Then, Musk breaks his silence via a rare post on X. Today's hearing proved one thing. Those who fear the truth try to control it. X, Tesla, Neuralink, we're fighting for the future. Thank you to all who stand with us. The post goes viral, drawing millions of reactions. To his followers, it's a rallying cry. To his critics, a warning. A prominent reply captures the tension. Musk, your future is built on avoiding the past. It's time to be held accountable. The hearing room now stands empty, its echoes lingering in the wood and marble. Lawmakers return to their offices. Battle lines are drawn. The clash between innovation and regulation between billionaires and elected leaders is far from over. In California, Musk gazes once more from Tesla's HQ, the sky behind him a swirl of orange and violet. A breeze stirs. Within him, a quiet fire still burns, a vision untouched by politics. In Washington, AOC and Crockett hold a final press briefing. AOC declares, her voice unwavering, "We will not stop. The era of unchecked billionaire power is over. Justice will prevail." Crockett nods, eyes blazing with conviction. They leave the stage as reporters shout questions, unanswered but echoing with urgency. This isn't just fiction. It mirrors the real dilemmas of 2025. Free speech versus misinformation, tech innovation versus ethical oversight, billionaire influence versus democratic accountability. From the FTC's battles with media giants to nuclear energy versus climate policy, the debate rages. The lesson? In a polarized world, shouting louder is not the answer. Whether you're AOC demanding transparency or Musk defending innovation, what matters is evidence, accountability, and a shared commitment to the truth. Disagree, yes, but listen. Debate fiercely, but stay grounded. Because only through understanding can we build a fairer, more united future. Subscribe to the channel for more on this evolving clash between Musk, Congress, and the future of America. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.